I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen so you could prepare for it on how to win at this game of life when you have established yourself, when you have held the line and have built a foundation in a life that is inviting to people and that it is attractive. Because you have to realize the time and society that we're in is that women want to consume. Now, they always wanted to consume, but before they wanted to attach yourself with a leader of men, okay, like a tribal leader. They want to attach themselves to a king or a warrior, a person with social proof, and then they want to consume you because that's when they like you and they want to spend more time with you. And then you go away and do things and if they can't have you, this is when they want to have a child with you to keep you. But times have changed. Times have changed. So it is time for us to change. Because now the women have an advantage of, if you don't do something good enough, I'm going to jump ship. All right. If you're not ambitious enough in her timeline, she's gonna go look for somebody else, your brother, your cousin, somebody in the social circle. If you brought her in the room, we live in a time now that if you don't exponentially grow enough, it's not good enough. And I'm not saying she has to, but she's like, I have maintained my hair, I have maintained my nails, okay, I have put the eyelashes through a little bit of Revlon. I said maybe she's born with it, or maybe it's Maybelline, okay? She's done this. So this is why they have to also say is, when you go out with me, I need this, because what they have done is they have bought the Chanel. They've bought the Chanel. If you're dealing with somebody with some type of quality, the Chanel. They had to get the Lexus or the Mercedes. You know, they got to get the name brands to up their value in order to attract a man who's a producer, because she likes to consume. Now, when this man is around and he has held the line, established himself, he might have been alone for a while. I don't want to say alone, just maybe not in a relationship where he was having sex. Where it's been like 2-3 years, the sex isn't promised, but he's just doing his things. And yeah, you have encounters and small affairs. And then all of a sudden it's like, yo, he got the bag up. All right, he's built. But that doesn't technically mean you really held the line. It means that really nobody gave you attention. So then all of a sudden this woman comes along, and I'm going to tell you what, she ain't going to come along and be mediocre. She's going to come along and be fine. But I got to tell you one thing about a woman too. Something is where some of the women out here in the streets, they want to outsmart a man. And the best thing to do is to get you a man who is smarter than you. If you keep outsmarting men, you're not going to be with one, boo-boo. But let's get back to holding the line. So you've been holding it, and all of a sudden, you know, your boys done left you because your boys ain't disciplined. Your boys ain't. You can't get guys to get together and even go to the gym. So if you're going to be disciplined, you got to do it by yourself. Then all of a sudden this woman comes along, she sees you and you're a nice person. See, and that's the one thing. You need to quit being nice. You need to learn how to be ruthless. Because you got to look through the bull crap. And one of the things says, never accept the first offer. The first offer is never good enough. Stay steady. Stay the course. And then ask yourself, why do you want a woman? And why do you need a woman's attention? It's great to have one, but it is the most important decision when you have built this foundation of discipline. And yes, you might slip up. And I'm going to tell you this too. When you get a woman, this is what they won't say. When you get a woman, all the fun is done. What do you mean all the fun is done? Ain't no more. If you smoke weed, you can't smoke weed no more. If you drink, you can't do that no more. You have to be so stone cold. You have to be so sober because you got to deal with her. Because now when you got all these resources, all she's going to do is test you. Well, you say, why, bro? I'm going to tell you why she's going to test you. She's going to test you because She's living with the threat, what she loves, of being in the feminine energy. Well, what do you mean? Because now you this brother that's built, booted and suited. All this 6'2" crap they want, and you looking good, and you holding the line, and you're not all up on her, and you're giving her space, you're giving her everything a woman needs. So now what she does is she's like, I gotta go to the gym. And she ain't gotta go to the gym with you, she's just gonna go. And then she's getting her hair done, and she's getting the shape. She might be doing before, but there's no more of that bodysuit and filters in person, because she is seeing the way other women look at you. And that she might somewhat despise you a little bit, and you get on her nerve. But she's in love with you because you have put her in her feminine energy. And when you become this person, not the one that's needy. See, when I said you wait and you keep her at a distance, I mean the routine you built, that means your time is accounted for. That means all these things you've done. When you keep her at a distance and you continue to do what you do, she's in love with you. She's in love with the fact that you don't need her. She's in love with the fact that you have built a life that she has to be so nice. She has to be so attractive. She has to be such a woman in order to keep you, because she can't scream at you. She only can scream at a man that she can take advantage of. Let me talk to you. She only can scream at a man who needs her, because if you have any sort of respect for a man who is a provider, a man that gets up and he works his job, a man that can cook, clean, iron, he can do all these things on his own, she will never yell at a man like that, because he is one in a million. And I'm not talking about Aaliyah, okay? She loves to feel threatened that you will continue to hold the line. Trust me.